Buongiorno a tutti.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Buonasera. Buonasera.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. We start our conference. I'm Alessandra Barzaghi. I'm here as an ambassador, to be honest, to act as a facilitator of the session. It's a great pleasure to introduce the two speakers today. Caccini, Vice President of the Essilor Group in Italy, and David Navarro. Hello, David. Vice President, Global Strategic Projects, Essilor International, and also head of the Essilor FIA partnership we shall be talking about today. Before giving the floor to our speakers, I'd like to start with a blunt question, and I ask you, would you feel in full safety on the road if somebody that drives a car doesn't see well? I wouldn't say so. And we have a video to play showing you the beginning of this road we're about to take together. So, is it my turn? That's very well. This video has already introduced today's theme. It's a global message. It's an awareness-raising campaign. I'd like to give the floor to Mr. Caccini, who shall speak about this journey. You have the floor. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great honor to be here tonight. I do hope you hear me well. It's an honor to be here and introduce the partnership between FIA on the one hand and the Essilor Group on the other hand. What's the ambition of this partnership? The ambition is to organize an awareness-raising campaign for the audience on road safety and seeing well. We all know FIA and we connect it to car racing, and FIA is the ultimate international body that regulates and harmonizes standards for road safety. In the year 2017, it introduced a new golden rule, a golden rule for road safety, and this golden rule is check your vision, have your vision checked. Now, personally, I do care about it. I do care about the introduction of this initiative because it is highly focused on Essilor's mission. That is to say, improving lives by improving sight. That's what it is about. Sight, vision is the most precious asset we have. And it's the main sense amongst the five senses. It is strictly interconnected with our brain. and it regulates our action. It drives our actions and reactions. Let's now take a look at some slides to introduce this concept. As you can see, you have a strong link between quality of vision and reaction times at 50 kilometers per hour with 0.5 that is not corrected. A driver needs 3 seconds to focus a road sign. But another factor of risk that was highlighted by the World Health Organization is, how can I say, poor vision. One consumer out of 5 doesn't drive with the right type of prescription lenses. When I read this figure, it didn't astonish me, because last year we performed 70 screenings all over the Italian territory, 110,000 adults, and results were quite surprising. 30% of the population was not adequately corrected. Half of such 30% needed correction, but never had devices. The other half had eyewear that was not the right type. Another risk is represented by glare, by day and at night, and glare is one of the risk factors because it slows down reaction time. Imagine delaying, curbing just a few seconds. Imagine what the impact can be, and hence safety in case of danger. Another point is awareness. There's limited awareness in the population about the importance of controlling vision. For good or for worse, we say we see well, and that's the problem, that's the rub. And we should be more specific about more or less. You can read it. Vision is the most important sense to make right decisions when driving and on the road. Now, I'd like to introduce the golden rule. FIA has a list. It's no longer a list because the 11th golden rule that was introduced is have your vision checked. Every golden rule receives the endorsement of a testimonial, and the testimonial provides a contribution on a voluntary basis. Michael Fassbender, on a voluntary basis, gives this message all over the world, this golden rule. You have many others. You don't just have pilots. We have Alonso, Rosenberg, but other testimonials are Nadal, Barrow, and so on and so forth. Major testimonials who have accepted to communicate such rules to the audience at large. The partnership dates back to 2017, and I say it with pride. It was signed in Italy, and it was signed during the Grand Prix in Monza. Obviously, it's quite symbolic in the picture. You see Jean Todt, today president of FIA, and you see Laurent Vachereau, general manager of the Essilor Group, chief operating officer. The objective of the partnership is to promote vision as a key factor in road safety by launching an awareness-raising campaign in the public at large. The name of the campaign is Road Safety Starts with Good Vision, and you can see the logo that will accompany the campaign in the course of years. The duration of the partnership is 3 years, and it's not little because it allows us to plan in an effective and consistent fashion media communications and communications for the next few years, so that we can organize a set of activities all around it. As you can see, on the one hand, we have the FIA program, Action for Road Safety, and on the other hand, Essilor, the whole of the Essilor group. The idea is to make the public aware about 3 fundamental, simple rules. That is to say, having your vision regularly checked, then protecting your eyes against glare, and always wear right type of equipment. It's 3 simple rules that we shall promote for the next few years. The idea, in a way, is to give voice to vision, to, in a way, involve all the actors of the industry and to make this message resonate, involving consumers, but also being helped by local clubs, commercial partners, trade partners, and obviously leaders of the sector, that is to say, vision professionals, and opinion leaders, for example, the car, automotive industry, insurance, and also authorities, organizations, and last but not least, driving schools. At this point, I'd like to give the floor to David. It's an international initiative, and obviously it is here in Italy, but we have a set of activities all over the world about to be started and to start.
Grazie Marco. Buonasera a tutti. Sorry, I have to continue in English. My Italian is not yet that good, so I will continue. Take the...
Sure.
Very good. Thank you.
Welcome.
So, as Marco said, the idea is that we all are talking with the same message. Vision is of critical importance on the road, and road safety as a whole is a responsibility of all of us as citizens. So, just after the announcement in Monza, we came to our community, to the ophthalmic optics, in the World Congress of Optometry. They really warmly welcomed this initiative. The World Council even endorsed this partnership and the cause. So we started gaining support from the very beginning of the announcement. In October the 12th, in the World Sight Day, road safety was included as one of the key benefits of good vision. Raising awareness on the size of the task we have is one of the key points. 1 out of 5 drivers has uncorrected poor vision. This is an acceptable risk. Of course, it is not the only challenge of vision, but it is indeed one of the main challenges. So the FIA and Essilor had to create a shock, an impactful awareness campaign to make this need obvious to the people, mobilize all the stakeholders, and call wearers to action. We needed a symbol, an iconic ambassador. There's one. Very good. So, used since the 1950s, the crash dummy has become the global symbol on the fight for reducing the number of deaths, road deaths, and injuries. The automotive industry has used it widely to design cars and better protect people when the crash happens. In the reveal in Monza, it appeared brilliant to associate this symbol to our campaign, making him wear clear lenses, sunglasses. The crash dummy is sending an expanded, twisted message. He wants to prevent the crash. He wants to protect you. road safety starts with good vision. Check it before getting on the road. Adapt it to the light conditions. We made the message obvious at a glance to all audiences. But now we needed something else. We needed to facilitate the adoption, to make it in a single word, to connect to the maximum number of people. So we needed him to bear a name and be able to communicate. Any death, any injury is worth fighting. One is already too much, and yet 3,500 lives are lost every day and still growing, which people doesn't know. So to minimize road incidents, we need to maximize what protects you. Max, as you can see, embraces the road, makes one with the road. The white lines define his name. This name can be understood in every language, and it is making a bridge with vision to safety. Max vision, max safety. So today, as worldwide premiere, I have the honor and the pleasure to introduce you to Max. He's here, at is put in the kakemono, to maximize your vision for your safety and the safety of others, whether you're a driver, a biker, a cyclist, or pedestrian. He's, as you can see, kind of a protecting superhero. He has his name in his chest, no mouth, but a billboard to communicate and deliver a goodwill and very positive message to every one of us. Maximize your vision. See the world better. See how beautiful, bright, and full of colors it is. Define your style. Life is a wonderful and fragile gift. So don't take avoidable risks. Follow the rules that Marco told you. With this, he will give you tips and will help you improve your vision, everyone's vision. Ametrops, emetrops, adults, kids. So I take the opportunity, before continuing with Marco, to thank today all the believers that made this happen today and come this to Mido in this important showcase. And I will, as Max say, tell you, join us, join the believers, and from now on, remember, Max Vision, it is Max Safety. Let's make it as automatic as this. Marco.
Thank you, David.
Good. Back to Italian. How are we going to launch this initiative in Italy? The idea is to mobilize all companies in the ophthalmic sector belonging to the group in Italy. And as I said earlier, there will be a fil rouge for the next 3 years. The idea is to leverage upon communication to stimulate awareness in the public. We will use some tools, a media campaign, mainly digital media campaign, whose style will be fun. We will be using Max. We will leverage on our partners, on opticians, to amplify the message through window cases and communication to the public, but we will also disseminate culture through educational events and activities. To amplify the message, we also need allies. A natural ally was ACI, the Italian Automobile Club. The FIA partnership here in Italy translates into partnership with the Italian Automobile Club. ACI, for your information, is one of the most representative clubs within FIA. Sticky Damiani is also Vice President of FIA at international level. In Italy, we have several important members within FIA. And I would also like to underline that Italy has really promoted establishment of a system. Very often I hear Italy cannot teach and show much. Well, this is not the case. It has been easy to start a cooperation with ACI. They have been very cooperative and they are strong in Italy. In other countries, we haven't had the same reaction, as it often happens when there are sector-specific associations. I'm here referring to Spain or other countries. They are highly fragmented. There are several associations, so it's difficult to polarize attention around a single initiative. ACI has got more than 1 million members, and it is very acknowledged also at institutional and regulatory level. They will accompany us in the next few years in conveying and amplifying the message. We will also use our brands to amplify the message. We have 3 key rules or messages we want to convey. First, to have the vision regularly tracked, protecting eyes from glare and wearing glasses whenever they are required. We need to promote dissemination of culture of specific driving glasses. We will support with all companies a special offer so that users can buy a second pair of spectacles to keep in the car. Well, actually, this was mandatory in the past. We should reintroduce this good habit from the past. We will support also dissemination of protective sunglasses or transition glasses. We will launch media campaigns on the top of the institutional campaign. Let me just conclude by inviting all site professionals to join us as ambassadors of this campaign. It's an institutional campaign which requires support from all stakeholders in the field so as to gain ground and be effective in reaching the broad audience. So road safety starts with good vision. Get on board. We have a website with the 10 golden rules. If you want to gather information on the initiative, that's it. We close by saying that. Let me just close. In the room behind us, there's going to be a small cocktail party. One of the golden rules is don't drink before driving. So we should rather drink and stop from driving. Okay. Good. I would like to thank you all for attending. I would like to thank our speakers. We have met Max, our new icon, who will accompany us in the next 3 years. If you're not ambassadors, you need to join the club. You will find everything in this shopper. You can collect it at the exit, and you're all invited to join us at the cocktail party.
Tagliato, via.